Armwrestling News 16. Today's special guest is Pavlo Derbedyenyev, living in USA, originally from Ukraine, and he has also qualified for the East versus West event, and not technically qualified yet, but he has advanced towards the final qualifier in Virginia. And Pavlo, how are you doing, brother?
Doing great. Getting ready for my Monster Factory super matches in about a week and a half, and then I will concentrate on Virginia final qualifiers. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. In this video, we will discuss the results of the qualifiers that I was able to find on the internet, and we'll include the recent qualifier as well, few results from that one as well that I was able to get from Paul Lynn. So first of all, please mention something about your event, like where did you compete and how did that event go?
I competed at a Cobra Classic event in Indiana, which is very close to where I live. It's just about 3 hours driving. Was very good event. Paul Italia support the promotion. Surprisingly, was relatively big. I've been to all of the Cobra Classic, and I think this is number 4. No, I've been to 3 of them, and I think this is number 4. So I've been to the very first one 15 years ago or something. And yeah, it's this one was the biggest. And my class, I did not have much competition, to be honest. It was it was a little bit below my level, but I met my old friends and make some new ones, and it was a pleasure to talk and sit with Ron Beth. Everybody was making fun of us because technically we're enemies for the next super match, but yeah, we've been sitting at the same table and discussing the arm wrestling for the couple of hours. So it was fun event.
And Pavlo, one interesting story about you, my personal interpretation that was like really bad. I didn't know anything about you about 2 years ago, and around that time I think it was Dimitri Kechin. He had a super match against Robbie Burnett, I think it was. The event where
Sure.
John was also there. Corey West won left-handed that event, and somebody mentioned Pavlo's son Dimitri, and I don't know who Pavlo was at that time, and Dimitri Kechin. And when I saw you a few months after that, and I'm like, no, this cannot be true. Like Pavlo looks almost as old as his son Dimitri, and I was like, I got confused. So then later on, somebody reminded me that that's a different Pavlo. I was thinking, man, the son and father combination, they look almost the same age.
Yeah, no, Dimitri actually 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Kachan. Yeah.
Yeah, so his father's name is also Pavlo, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
that's how I got confused. Hi, bro. How are you? We're fine, brother. Good morning, y'all. Mr. Pradeep and Mr. Pavlo. Tell Paul Hutchins. Thanks for joining, brother. Who won the qualifiers? Matt Mask, right? Yeah, Toronto qualifier, right-handed Matt Mask won, and left-handed BLM won. So, what can you tell us about the qualifiers? There are some facts that are known to everyone that right-handed winners will for sure be getting their opportunity to pull at East versus West. Left-handed, it is not guaranteed by Engin, but he will see if he finds a suitable opponent for the winners. He will give them a match. Another fact that I just heard from Engin's live stream that he did yesterday is that it is not guaranteed, like you won in 240 pounds class. It is not guaranteed that you will be pulling the 240 winner from the East. Not guaranteed. It may be possible, but Engin may be giving you some other matches as well. That was kind of shocking to me when I saw that. The reason Engin gave for that was that he also needs to be sure that the match is going to be close. So what are the other things that the community needs to know about these qualifiers?
Um, First of all, those qualifiers is not accommodating all the best athletes in the country. Same East and same West, because some of the athletes doesn't need to qualify; they're already there. So that's first thing. So if somebody won West qualifier finals, it doesn't mean that this person is number one in his country at this weight. So this is kind of important for the public, I think, for our fans. And yeah, I would probably agree with Engin's decision about not necessarily to meet two guys from East and West winning the qualifiers. I believe that Engin is the best matchmaker in the world. I ever saw. So I would leave it to him for sure to make sure the matches are as close as possible, and we cannot, predict them.
And one question that always keeps revolving in my mind is that, like, where do we draw the line? If the responsibility was given to you to decide who needs to qualify and who doesn't need to qualify, like, what would be your standards? Like, someone like a world champion doesn't need to qualify, WAF world champion or Zloty champion, or maybe somebody like Larry Wheels, who is going to have a kind of a celebrity match. We know that Larry also qualified, but I don't think Larry needs to qualify if he wants to pull a Tangens event. So, what would be your standards to decide these are the guys that do not need to qualify?
Yeah, you're right. I'm talking about West right now. I will not go East. I will talk about West. I'm boiling in my pot here. So I would go to a ranking systems, North America or US ranking systems, and I would say that top two guys probably doesn't need to qualify and can be considered anyway, unless they want to. That's no problem. If they want to participate in qualifiers, I don't see a problem, but they probably have to be considered anyway. And as you said, yes, celebrities are always good for the events because their social media is so public that would be beneficial for our sport anyway. So if, let's say, their social media exceeding 500,000 subscribers and they want to arm wrestle, I would just give them a green light for sure to publicize our sport.
This is something that I suggested to Engin, I think almost a year ago. I told him that he should find some fitness YouTubers. Turkey is not a huge nation, but I think there can be many fitness YouTubers in Turkey as well who have more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube, or maybe some international fitness influencer with like 4, 5, 6 million, and send them an email, kind of request them that, hey, we're willing to pay for your flight and everything. And I think your community and our community can find something in common. And those fitness YouTubers, when they will upload a well edited 15-20 minute vlog from that East versus West event that is going to get 1 or 2, 3 million views, I think that is like really, really good promotion. And every big arm wrestling promotion, they should invite fitness YouTubers or strength YouTubers. And then I think the common ground that we can find, because those people will easily get interested in the sport of arm wrestling, because they also come, I cannot say strength background, but they are interested in strength.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a couple examples who I see possibility. People like you said, Larry Wills, absolutely yes. There is a Kirill Sarichev who is doing some arm wrestling.
Yeah,
he's huge on the right. There is what's her name? The girl Stefania Toloto, right? They have over 1 million subscribers, and I saw she's training with Maxim at the at Dubai. So why not? They are arm wrestlers, beginners, yes, absolutely. But listen, publicity of those people and presence on the social media would be great.
Yeah, and I think if someone don't know, I think everyone already knows them, but Stefania has the most viral arm wrestling video in the history of the sport. Like, if you type arm wrestling and sort by views, there is one shot between Stefania and I think Nawaz Sharif, the guy from Bangladesh who used to like crack the weights and drive Larry's car. It has like 350 or 360 million views, something crazy like that. And most of the like top 5 videos from views, all of them have Stefania or Nawaz Sharif. Like, those guys really cracked the shorts algorithm code.
I believe that those few matches, maybe 2 or 3 matches from our celebrities, not our sport, but they are part of our sport now. They will bring the pay-per-view sales probably 10 to 15% up. Probably, if they would help advertising on their social media, oh my God, right?
And another kid like Akimbo, you must have seen his channel.
Yes.
Akimbo is like 21, 22 years old, and he's already about to reach, I think he's already has 1 million subscribers, and he uploads arm wrestling videos every 2-3 days, and all of the videos are getting like 200,000 views, 300,000 views, more than that. So I think he's doing really, really great job to promote the sport as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Paul Lynn is on the chat. What's up, fellas? We're doing great here, Paul.
Hi, Paulie.
Yeah. I don't think Paul can join this live. Paul, if you can and if you want to, please message me. But I don't think he can. So let's quickly talk about the qualifiers, the results of the qualifiers, and then we will switch to your. First, we'll talk about your matches at Monster Factory event, and then we'll switch to the East versus West event. The font
sir.
is small, and please forgive me, guys, if some of the results are incorrect. I found this on Reddit. It is very well put out. I don't know if he did it himself or if he was able to find the result somewhere else. So East versus West qualifiers, women's 154, 70 kilos class. So South America and Victoria won. The font is really small. Teresa won, and Florida, Elizabeth and Megan, both from USA. Elizabeth. Okay, left arm is also there. Elizabeth won, Megan Reed, Sarah Collins McKinney. I think I've heard this name somewhere. Sky Rena. Okay, these are the women's qualifiers from West, and from East who will be their opponents. Not guaranteed their opponents, but Brigitta, Lusa, I don't know how to pronounce it. Francesca from Italy. Francesca, I think that's the girl that I made a video about it. She's like super match Italy 5th March, or maybe not from Italy. I don't remember. So have you seen the video, Pavlo, where a 19-year-old girl from Italy, and she arm wrestled some of the boys, and she defeated all of them. Then I made a video about her, and I said that I think she has a really great potential in the sport. And after that, she faced while weighing 56 kilos, she faced the 70 kilos women's champion of Italy with just 1 month of training, and she beat her comfortably.
No, I didn't see that video. I'm sorry, Pradeep.
Yeah. But that's great talent. The way she was moving when she was arm wrestling boys, and she was going sideways, and she was saying that her arm is opening up. So she immediately stood back up, tried again slowly. Arm was opening back up, then stood back up. Did this 3-4 times against the boys. And then when she went here, she knew that her arm is going to open. So she stood up and pressed him to the pad. That is all of that with less than 1 month of training.
So she's one of those nature freaks, huh?
Yeah, only
With,
56 kilos.
Natural.
Only 56 kilos, 19 years old, and beat the 70 kg national champion.
Wow. When I hear something like 56 kilos, it's for me it's like, okay, I'm working my biceps with more than that, right?
Yeah. Okay, women's results. Now let's switch over to the next. That's women's 70 plus kilos, and Tatiana Faria won from Brazil, Mari Cielo, Elizabeth Mosek, Lily, and Sarah Collins, Stephanie Spencer. These are the winners. And from the eastern side, Rosa, Guila Pari, Ariana. I think I should have practiced these names first. Agle Vaitkute. Like Agle Vaitkute, she went to the qualifiers. That's news to me. Riga Open, she qualified in Latvia, and Rita also qualified. She got the second place. All right, the next event, 78 kilos from the West. Pablo, please, if you know something about these names, can you read the names, by the way?
Not really. Yeah, now I can. Mm-hmm.
So on the right arm, Richard Inner, Sadiel Nunes, Nick Heath, Jason, Jake Houston, Jason Latona, Alan Fisher, and then we have Nick, Josh Handland, Dustin Hyatt, Bill Logston. So these are the qualifiers on the right arm, and on the left arm we have Philip Nunes. I think these fonts are really difficult. So if I know some popular name, Jason Tarver, I've heard his name a lot. Jake Houston, Jason Latona, again on the left as well. Caleb also qualified. Josh Handland, Nick Penner also qualified.
Yeah, so I know a lot of names.
Yeah, these are the 78 qualifiers, and 78 kg in the eastern side. Dimitri Myrov, Philip qualified. Andrea Francisco Rodriguez, Raymond Slepinch qualified in 78 kilos. Wow, he's really light now. Martin Hansen, Kristaps Bulumanis, the young Latvian guy. I think he's what, 19, 20 years old, something like that. And he beat Mindaugas Terasite on the left half. That was amazing. Sarunas also won. Okay, let's switch over to the 91 kilos. Leonardo from South America, in South American qualifier from Brazil. Juan, I don't know how to pronounce that. Artem Taranenko, your
Juan.
opponent soon. He
Yeah.
qualified. John Therian also qualified. We saw him at Arm Wars. Dan Mosier qualified. Drew Thompson, Alex Bryan, Ole Mose. There I can see some familiar names. Daniel, Vincent, Mike Cochen, Steve Logston, Tim Talmadge. I thought Tim Talmadge was only a referee.
Yeah. He's doing both. Yeah.
Yeah. Eli Sedov, left arm, Caleb, okay, Austin Wade. These are the names, and let's see what is on the eastern side. Rodaslov, Adrian, Kirsten. Is it Kirsten Prodigy or not? Someone else? No. Toms, Yanis Omolins qualified. Yanis Omolins in 91 kilos category? Is it a mistake or what? Okay, Coach Ray in 78, maybe they decided to compete in different categories.
Yes, probably they make a decision between them.
Yeah, Tom and Vladislav Krasovskis. Vlad has returned. I was not aware of that. So Vlad is going to be a difficult opponent for anyone in this world, I think.
Yep.
And then we have 109 kilos, 240 pounds. George, Jose, Jerome Loud has qualified. Andre Shark has qualified in Florida. That must have been a good class. Austin McGraw, Tucker Keating, Tim Talmadge, Jordy Williams. How does Tim Talmadge qualify in two classes? Like Carlos, Kevin, Martin, Randy Sparling, and our guest Pavlo, Mike West. How easily how easily were you able to beat Mike West?
I just beat him in Indiana. Yeah, it's relatively easy, unfortunately, but do not underestimate Mike. I saw him beating number 5-6 guys in America. So sometimes he's insane. If you will let Mike gain his position, it's very uncomfortable for anyone.
Mm-hmm. And Canadian qualifiers, Matt Mask and BLM won their classes, 240 pounds. Martin, Marios, Reno Masic, that is Pavlo. That's going to be a difficult match. Like Reno Masic, 240 pounds, that's difficult. I think if we look at this side, let's be honest. Do you consider yourself to be the favorite here? I think I look at you as a favorite. Like, how do you see yourself against Matt Mask?
Okay, I would tell you this: Matt Mask, me, Jerome Loud, and Andre Shark. Andre is a little bit iffy because he got injured not too long ago in some car accident. So if he is okay, he's one of us. So those four guys, I don't know. Like, really, I don't know. Depends on the shape and the preparation and how the cards play, because between those four, it's hard to predict.
Yeah, 78 people watching, guys. Please hit the thumbs up. And Pradeep, can you please ask Pavlo if he will attend the next AMC tournament?
Probably not, because of the timing and money. I don't have any sponsors yet. So if somebody will want me there and will pay for my trip, I will gladly attend it.
We need sponsors, guys. We need sponsors. So if you go there, I think they are talking about a 105 kilos class this time, but it is not confirmed yet. So far, like as things are right now, you will have to compete in the super heavyweights there.
I'm fine competing in super heavy. It's not that I love it or like it, but I can.
Yeah. And dates, you mentioned dates. Like, how far do you usually want the events to be separated when you're going to compete in both events? Like, it is on June 1st and 2nd, I think, and East versus West, I think July 1st and 2nd, and East versus West is on July 22nd.
If it's a big events and hard events, I would like them to be at least 4 weeks separate. If it's lighter events, I mean, like a qualifier for me in Indiana, I can pull every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. And
Yes.
when is the qualifier? Is it June 3rd?
I'm sorry.
The qualifier?
June 3rd, yes.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I pulled Sabine for King of the Table on Saturday, and I pulled Arnold Classic next Friday, so 6 days later.
And you beat
So
Marcio there.
you never know.
And why didn't Marcio compete in the qualifiers?
First of all, I don't think he need to. He's on that level where he doesn't need to qualify. That's my believing. But I don't know. I didn't talk to him about this.
After your answer, I need to go back to that original question once again. So for the qualifiers, you need to look at the history of the athlete, what he has achieved in the past, or maybe current shape as well. Because in current shape, you beat Marcio. Of course, in the history, he has achieved much more than you. He's multiple times WAF champion. So what should we look at? The legacy or current performance?
Both.
Both. Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen. Cobra was invited for a super match, right?
Yeah.
And his current performances, but his, legacy and how, who he is, absolutely he deserves a match. Yes.
Yeah. Paul said, unfortunately not. He cannot join. Makes sense. Isn't Marcio in the same weight class to Andrea was asking? Yes, but he did not go to the qualifiers. Sponsors for what? Robert Gould. Sponsors for traveling to AMC tournament in Russia. Vladikavkaz, Russia on July 1st. So it is 1 month separated from your event. I think you can visit. So have you talked about this with Engin? Like if you qualify, when is he going to give you guys matches at East versus West?
No, we didn't talk about this. I believe that after the qualifiers, it's gonna be next or the next event. The one after. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So guys, let's move back to the results of the qualifiers. We talked about the Western results for 109 kilos, 240 pounds. And now let's look at East results. We discussed Reno Masic. He's going to be a really difficult person for anyone to deal with. And Joachim Birkeland, I don't know who he is. Sandris Chedis and Normus Thompsons. Norman Thompson, he went back to Latvia. I think he was in Australia or maybe not. I'm confusing him with someone. I think he moved to Australia. So Sandris, Reno Masic, I think these two guys are going to battle it out. Who do you favor in this match, Pavlo? I think Sandris should be the favorite for now.
Yes,
for
I
now.
agree. Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there is a huge gap between them.
No, there is not. But Sandris is probably the favorite by a little bit, maybe like 60-40 or 55-45, something like that. I would say he's more shaped up athlete.
Yeah.
More complete, if I would say.
But I think that will be kind of unfortunate for Reno. If I think only one person is going to qualify, right?
I don't think so, because qualify, yes, with a guaranteed match, but everything is. Everything Engin will see there will make him decide, because one guy may lose to another guy, but in a battle or on a fault or something like that, which will bring him to ideas where to put this person. So I believe that first three in each qualifier will be considered guaranteed, yes, first place. My understanding.
But when we talk about, okay, I think I got it. Yeah. That makes sense. So, Sandris, Normans, and then we have the 109 plus class. I think I asked Paul about some of the results of the final qualifiers. Those we will discuss separately. And the super heavyweight class, we have Vitor Alvarez, Brad Grundy, Chang Shaw. Chang Shaw is qualified. Salvatore, J.S. Byerly, Colin, Joe Meek, I don't know any of these guys. Larry Wheels, Dave Depew. Larry Wheels is a big name as well. I'm not sure. I don't think he can win this for sure. Yeah, Chan Shaw versus Larry Wheels. That will be something interesting to see because on the practice table, Larry was beating Chan Shaw dominantly. It was not close. Chance came out after that. He said that it is just practice pool. Do not put too much stocks into it. And a real match would probably look different. We'll see about that. Ryan SP has also qualified, and Steve Gaber, Mike Ivola. Mike Ivola is another name that I heard recently. He performed well recently. Sunny Gay.
Mike Ivola is from my state. He's from Illinois, and I pulled him not too far ago in Illinois State, and I saw him a couple more times after that. He is getting there. Okay.
Yeah, I hope you can read the names now, Pablo. Like, who do you have in this category?
Brett Grundy getting there, definitely. I know the guy. Chance Shaw is there. We know that. I don't know Salvatore. I don't know the next guy. Colin, forget. I don't know. John Meek. Not sure. Don't know him. Larry Wills. We know he's getting better every day. It's maybe a very big surprise for us. Ryan Asprey. Ryan Asprey. I would say that Ryan probably the favorite out of these guys. Mikey Walla is getting there, and he's getting very strong and dangerous. Sunny Gay, he's coming back. He did not pull, but now he have a super match, and I saw him on Indiana qualifiers, and I know him for probably 20 years. I pulled him in overalls in Indiana in 2005, I believe. He's bigger than me, so he's coming back. I'm not sure if he will get to the point in that short period of time.
So you have Ryan SP as the favorite. Chan Shaw will also be very tough for anyone to beat here because in super matches we have seen him getting gassed out after a few rounds, but in tournament format I think he will get some rest and it will be easier for him to recover and he can perform even better than super matches.
I believe so. Yeah, for Chance, yes, absolutely. And yeah, to be honest, for me too. I perform better at the tournaments than super matches. It's still a little tough for me.
Okay, let's see who won on the eastern side. Sergey Kalinichenko, man, that man is really putting in some effort, not only on the table but on social media as well. Like I really like this guy. Like you must be familiar with him, Pablo.
Yes, I know who he is. Absolutely, he's from my home country.
Yeah, really a big fan of Sergey Kalinichenko.
Alexander Ilnitsky, yeah, I know him too.
Alexander, no, I don't know this.
Ilnitsky, yeah, I know him too. I'm not sure if he's in Ukraine now or in France. He's from Ukraine, definitely, but yeah, I know the guy. He is very strong.
Kamil Jablonski.
Yeah.
Yeah, another guy who's putting in great effort in social media. He's hyping himself up, so good to see that.
Yeah, I remember him from 2019's Lottie. I saw him there first time. He's very young athlete and he's very fast rising star. So I believe great potential. And I saw him at the not personally, but the video at the King of the Table qualifier event.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he took second place or no, third place. Yeah, he was somewhere on top.
Mm-hmm. Marcus Sandre say this once again here, and on the left arm, if we see Robert, Sergey Kalinichenko, Kamil, Manuel Batalha, Marcus, so almost the same guys. And let's see who were the left-handed qualifiers in this one. Vitor, Carol Taylor, okay, David, they are different. Like Larry Wheels qualified on both. That's good. Ryan SP qualified on both. So these are basically the results and the most recent qualifier that was organized by Paul Lynn. Paul has written, I asked some of the famous names. Noel Nunes won at 200 pounds right-handed. Dustin Jelliff left-handed. Nick Stone right-handed in supers. Yannick from Canada in 240 pounds. So Yannick, I think you must know Yannick.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he's going to be in 240. He qualified there. Paul Fisher in 170 pounds. So guys, these are the qualifiers for you. Do you like this format or anything else, some feedback or suggestions that you can provide to improve the feedback of East versus West qualifiers, the quality?
No. No comments except that we talked to Engin on some of the podcasts that yes, this needs to be done.
Yeah.
And here he is. Here he is. I mean, I love what he's doing, and this is the great way. I mean, it's gonna improve next time because this is the very first on a very short notice, organized by different organizers here, at least in the states, on a very short notice. It's almost unplanned event for most of the athletes.
Yeah.
I believe that next one will be double the size at least.
Hmm. I think Engin was talking about this tournament since since East versus West 3 or something like that was in his mind for a very long time. And
Hmm.
one thing that I can say for sure that if you are doing really well in super match format, you're selling good pay-per-views, you're organizing the biggest event in the world, and still you are going back to tournament format, that truly shows your love for the sport, because tournaments are
Absolutely.
important. Like that's for any beginner, even a beginner, that's a really good way to know what athletes should qualify actually for super match format. So that's a really good job done from Mangi Terzi.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yeah. And as you mentioned that these tournaments will be getting bigger and bigger, because first time it's like a pilot project, not many people get interested, but once they see that, once some of the athletes start getting opportunities at East versus West and they start making a big name for themselves, then there will be some people who will start thinking, well, I could have also qualified in this event if I went there, or if I prepared well, and then the next time the event is going to be a really big success.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's quickly talk about the Monster Factory event. Please tell the viewers what is the date, and where can we watch it, and what are the super matches there.
Okay, official date is April the 29th, the Saturday, but the day before on Friday there will be some preliminary super matches, weigh-ins, and all the organizing part of it. Go to Monster
Michael
YouTube
Todd.
channel,
Yeah.
Michael Todd YouTube channel. It's free to anybody to watch. It's gonna be live streamed. There is now it's like 15 with the preliminaries. There is like 15 super matches total. Just follow the page. You'll see they are doing very good job introducing the athletes, doing some postcards. I mean, go follow them. It's a great little event with good names in it.
Yeah. Robert Gould is saying Pavlo is absolutely massive in person. What's the correct lacking? Pavlo is the man. Tripward is saying, hey Pradeep, hey Pavlo, enjoying the show. Joey Burks, thanks brother. Silky Wilkie, forearm. What forearm? Just over a week from now, Phil Woody, UK. Okay. John Therian. Stizzy, welcome to the chat. Phil Woody, UK. Thanks for the link to Monster Michael Todd's channel, but I think most of the viewers have already subscribed to his channel. Ligma, what's Kalinichenko's weight right now? I think I saw it somewhere just yesterday or maybe a couple of days ago. It is somewhere around 125, 126 kilos. So yeah, he's really big, really heavy.
It's big.
Yeah, 275 to 280 pounds. Big guy. So I was watching Travis Vigent's podcast with Artem, and he just keeps on teasing Artem. He's like, you have 0% chance, you have -% chance against Pavlo, like you're going to get killed. Like, how did this match set up? I think this is one match where people, maybe the second match, I've seen in last few years when I created some polls on YouTube. I've not created a poll about this one, I will soon. But the biggest mismatch on YouTube polls that I've seen was Todd Hutchings versus Chan Shaw. You'll be surprised to know the percentage. It had like more than 3,000 votes, and about 98% for first couple of thousand votes, 98% people were saying that Todd Hutchings is going to win, and then it decreased to 97. So the final poll result was 97% Todd Hutchings and 3% Chan Shaw. I think if we do a poll between your match and and Artem, it is going to look similar. Not that high, but maybe you'll get 90% votes. That's my guess. So how did this match happen?
Okay, this match happens very easy because Artem lately is doing trajectory like almost vertical. He been giving a match to all the top athletes in a little bit lighter classes in the United States. So everybody knows that I lost one match out of 5 out of 4 to Paul Talbot. I won the super match, but I lost one. So Artem won with Paul Talbot. So it's less gap than everybody thinks. Okay, he is really getting there with his unique technique and abilities. Uh, I believe that I'm a little bit stronger person still. Maybe not a little bit. Maybe I am a stronger person. But with his abilities and his arm wrestling dedication, he is very dangerous opponent for me. And I am not underestimating him by any means. I'm getting ready, and I will be pulling at my 100% capacity.
Yeah, we'll come back to this match. Robert Gould with a $10 super chat. Thanks, brother. What is the best combination for arm wrestling? Short forearm with large hands or long forearm with large hands? Most guys with short arms have small hands, but I am an outlier with huge hands at 5'5". So 5'5", but long hands. What is the suggestion like? What should you do?
It's always listen. It's always good to have a big hands because it's easy to control your opponent. With a short forearm, you have less leverage, and if you have a large hand, you can control the. You have ability for the great hand control. I mean, dude, good for you. I'm jealous. Right? Yeah, I mean, long forearms giving you more ability of the top rolling. Short forearms most likely giving you a little bit more ability for the side or inside. But I mean, for hands, the bigger the better. You can, make a proper grip and nobody will top roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Somebody Deeps is saying that. I think, yeah. Whoever matched Pavlo with Artem needs to be fired.
Monster Michael Todd called me and he asked if that makes sense at all. Because he was like, I don't know where he is, but lately we're seeing him on YouTube really beating very top guys. And he gave a match on the right hand side to Daniel Mosier.
Yeah.
And then is then. And I said, yes, maybe he's not there yet, but maybe he is. I don't know. And he's very good. It's a good match.
Yeah. Just to give you guys some reference, few years ago, I think somewhere around WL time I think they had a match at Ryan Bowen's event. Paul Lynn had nothing for Paul Talbot on the left arm. Like, Paul Talbot just beat him like nothing. And now Artem is beating Paul Talbot. I don't know where Paul is currently at, but Artem on the left arm is like really, really good. His side pressure,
Yes.
his move, for some reason, he always loses his wrist on the left arm. He always loses, but he just doesn't care. He keeps on
He
hitting.
doesn't need it.
Yeah. He keeps on hitting sideways. Like, on the left arm, he's like a smaller, a little bit less stronger version of Todd Hutchings. And he hits harder
Yes.
he hits like more explosively than Todd Hutchings. His left is really, really good. But where do you see him? You're basically a top roller on the left arm. That's what I'm assuming.
Basically, yes, I can pull hook, as you can see with my super match with Jonathan Brida 3-4 weeks ago. But that's not mine. So yes, I'm basically top roller on the left. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that match. Like, it was really good, and at some point I was not expecting that you're going to pull off the victory, but you won. And Jonathan Brida's ability, like, to go in a hook, it's really good. I still remember when he went to Turkey for East versus West 2, and everyone, the result that everyone was predicted in the end, towards the end, it was that result. But he did show some resistance to Zurab Tabridze, and Zurab was able to
Yep.
beat him comfortably towards the end. But in the beginning, he had to hold him for a little bit time and tire him out. His hook is really good, at least.
Yes, yes. And he did a very good homework preparation for me. He been doing exactly what he's supposed to do. At least exactly what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. I think your stocks kind of rised more not from beating Michael Todd 3-0, but with that practice pull that you had against Corey West after that, where you were cracking his head open. That kind of that plays a big part in people saying that this is going to be a mismatch. How can, like, I we know that it is a practice, but for a guy who's taking the risk of Corey West, how do you match that person against Artem?
It's It is a practice pool, guys. It is a practice pool. On ready go, I am giving you probably 97% chance that Corey will smack me right to the pad because he's a stronger and bigger person. I am trying to get a super match with him. He's currently very busy with different stuff. But I'm being number one left-handed ranked, and he's being number one left-handed ranked in the super heavies. Uh, I want to see the same as Artem. Want to see where he's compared to me. I want to see where I'm compared to Corey West. I'm a huge underdog, probably 90 to 10, or I don't know, 85 to 15, maybe if I'm getting lucky. But listen, I can give him a little problems, and I'll be proud of myself if I'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Pavlo left is similar to Lachlan. You faced Lachlan on the left. Like, can you tell us something
Yes.
about that match? How did that go?
Yes, Lachlan's left, and I was a little surprised. I didn't know he's naturally lefty. I thought he's naturally righty. His ability of control and his ability of inside hook pulling is much better than mine. And him and Jonathan Breda did exactly the same thing, which is very uncomfortable position for me, and I lost to him. You know, it was great experience for me that go back to training. Yes, but we're very close with him. Yes.
Robert Gould is saying Corey West hasn't pulled lately, has he? No, he has pulled. He pulled two matches at East versus West 6. Right arm against Arif Artem, he lost 3-0. Left arm against I forgot. Farid Osmanli, he won that match.
Very
And
different.
it was a war. He won 3 pins to 2. And before that, he beat Cody Spermerit, who was at that time number one super heavyweight in North America. He beat him pretty convincingly 3-0. I think he broke his hand as well
Yes.
during that
Hmm.
match.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Corey has been pulling. He's active. He's dominant. Like, do you know why Corey isn't pulling at this event, Monster Factory? No opponents, maybe.
No, no, I don't know why he's not pulling. I believe he needs a little bit of rest after all the events he pulled, close together. I believe that's the reason.
And Pablo, I really liked the way you were patient when everyone asked when Engin called you for translations and for discussions about upcoming East versus West matches with the European athletes. The level of patience that you showed when people asked like, when is Pablo going to get invited, and even before Engin answered that, you started answering that there will be time, there will be some time. So I think you were waiting kind of for a similar opportunity as these qualifiers. I really admire that fact that sometimes, yeah, Engin is a good friends with you, and sometimes when friends are asked these questions, they can be put under some pressure. And I literally saw you taking that pressure away from Engin, and you were saying like you kind of believe that you're not ready for that stage yet, and now you're proving yourself. So that was a really good moment that I wanted to mention here.
Thank you, Pajit. But that's what the friends for,
Yeah,
to take the pressure off the friends.
yeah. Pavlo putting in the work 2023 too much. Dude has a match like every few weeks. I'm sure no one thinks Artem stands a fraction of a chance against Pavlo left-handed at the Monster Factory event. So
I
you
am
you
pulling off. Even.
you must have talked a lot about this Monster Factory event. I think he was Michael was thinking about like creating a facility where athletes can stay, like some rooms and stuff. So what's the progress on that? Like, what is Michael's plan about Monster Factory in the future?
Yeah, he will continue to do that. It's very good small home event, and he have his house. He's giving to the athletes if they really need it. Because if you don't need it, you stay in a hotel nearby and you just come to the event. And he is planning to build some addition to his gym with some possibility of staying. And I believe that he started already. It's slow mo because it's a big investment. But last time I've been there, he already did some groundwork, some gravel and stuff. So he's planning to be probably 3 times bigger, the facility itself. It's his house, but it's on 4 or 5 acres of the land, so it's possible there. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. I wish there are more and more big organizers in the arm wrestling world, and like for some promoters, because arm wrestling community is like tightly knit right now, everyone is a friend. But it is kind of my dream to see a really good healthy competition between arm wrestling organizers trying to get the big hype matches, and it is inevitable, it is going to happen in the future. Right now promoters can be like, okay, I want this match, you can take this match, we can work together. But when the sport gets big, when the money gets big, it is going to get difficult for the promoters, for the organizers, and for the athletes as well. Like, that guy is a friend, but he's paying me twice as much money, and he's near to my home. Like, I was giving example, I was talking with Paul Lynn about this. Like, Paul, you're good friends with Engin, you're going over there, but for going to Turkey, Istanbul, you need like 4 days. And let's say if WL comes back and they're paying you the same amount of money, but you need to take only 1 day out of your work to go to WL in North America, or maybe even WL are paying more money. And Paul was like, no, I will value friendship more over this. But yeah, everyone has a price point. Like, at some point you may have to consider the choices.
And it depends on your lifestyle and if you're a professional arm wrestler or not, and your financial abilities. There is a moment in a life like I have right now. I can't. I used to. These days and for next couple months, I can't. Afford it. So friendships, yes, great, but I need to get there. So yeah, I agree.
Phil Video UK MMT got some amazing plans. Yeah, I really like these plans. These facilities, like he was talking about. Another dream, like I always used to think about this, and somewhere I heard Devon mention it. I think it was during the Olympia event when he was talking with someone in USA. I don't know where it was, but he talked about this plan somewhere. Like having training facilities where, like, kind of dormitories where people, young players, can be living, and they come there to train for like a month or two. Like, everything is provided there, you stay there, you train together, you have food available there. You just leave your home, leave
Yeah.
the comfort of your home for a couple of months, and there you train with the pullers throughout the
Training camp.
training
Training
camp.
camp. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to,
Mhm.
like, the training camp that Devon went to, I think Star, I don't know what was the name of that, when he was preparing for Hafthor Bjornsson boxing match. He went to a
Yes.
training camp for
Mm-hmm.
4 weeks. Like, that kind of training facility, it's not possible in some of the big countries, but if in some small countries where the concentration of the arm wrestlers are in a small place, I think maybe
Yeah.
they can
Mm-hmm.
do it. It's for sure possible in the future, not now, but in the future when the money gets big and
Yeah.
athletes do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like Hardara in Kazakhstan. Yeah.
yeah,
It
something
is.
like that.
Pradeep, I'm sorry, but my
Yeah,
work is calling me.
sorry,
I
sorry, brother.
I gotta go.
I asked you for like 30 minutes. It's almost 1 hour. Thanks, brother. Thanks for joining.
Okay. Thank you very much, Pradeep. Thank you, everybody. Sorry, gotta go.
Thanks, Pablo. No, not a problem.
Take
All right,
care.
guys, that was Pavlo Derbedyenyev for you guys. Andrea is saying Georgians used to have 1 month training camps before WAF. I literally forgot. I asked Pablo, like, for do you have 30 minutes, and he said yes, and it's like almost almost 1 hour. I totally forgot. 48 minutes, not 1 hour. But yeah, he joined like for 7-8 minutes before we started this. I'll go on for about 10 minutes more, and then we'll end this chat. Noit Phil Morozov. Okay, Georgians used to have 1 month training camps before WAF. That's good. Couch Devon. How cool is it to arm wrestle in a nuclear shelter? Okay. MMT got some amazing plans that I already read. Nuclear underground shelter. So Robert Gould mentioned his hand size is like 7.9 inches. Not 7.9, but 7.75 it would be, yeah. 10.25, that's like really wide. I'm not sure what's the width of my palm. Call me little Siplankov. My hand is exactly opposite. Like, it's long, but it's really like skinny. Fingers are really skinny. Palm is long, but really skinny. About 8.4 inches. If I really stretch it like this, if I stretch the fingers backwards like this, then from this line to the finger top, 8.5 inches. But yeah, 8.4 inches, I would say. But really skinny. Corey has another engagement. I never knew that I have long hands. I never knew until I started comparing my hands with other people. My brother and I are almost the same height, and when I measure my hands with him, our hands are exactly same length. So for like 27 years, 26 years, I used to believe that yeah, this is the normal hand size for someone who is like 5'10" and a half, almost 5'11". But then I started measuring my hands with some other people, and guys who are like 6'1", 6'2", above 6 foot guys and less than 6'3", they have a similar hand size to mine. Silky, yeah, 8.5 inches, very similar. And if you ask Silky Wilky, I'm telling you he's 6'1". Silky, please mention what is your height. 8.5 inches hands. Mine are also about the same, 8.4 and 8.5. I'm like 5'11", little bit less than a centimeter less than 5'11". Pradeep, what is the measurement of your hand from pinky to thumb? Pinky to thumb spread out. Okay, let me check. Let me just check. Silky Wilky, 5'10". Wow, you also have a big hand then. Deeps is 5'11", inch tip. That's a big hand. 8.5 inches at 5'10". So when you say like what is the measurement of your hand from pinky to thumb spread out, that's what you're assuming, like full stretch. Let me check. Any guesses? I have never measured that. I don't think it should be more than like regular hand size. Is it? I don't think so. My hand is like really skinny. So I won't be surprised if it is not more than. So it is a little more than 9.5. Little more than 9.5. So between 10 and 9.5. And Robert Gould mentioned 10.25, something like that. Wow. That's huge. What did you think of Hermes' answers in Italia's new video? He said he barely trained his wrist for Levan because he already felt good, but he was wrong and has more room to grow basically. Interesting. I saw that video about an hour ago, maybe 1.5 hours ago. And he said that because his wrist was getting like flopped like this, it was going inside the straps, it was easy. I'm not sure. Without the straps, his wrist was holding up to Levan. I don't think he can train his wrist that much that he will be able to prevent the top roll from happening. Maybe his wrist, like that's a good possibility. His wrist went like this in the beginning and then his arm went down. So let's say if his wrist is strong and it slowly goes like this and then it goes back. So till the time his wrist goes back, he may be able to apply, let's say 10% more back pressure. And if he's able to apply more back pressure before his wrist goes, then Levan may be even in bigger trouble because he was getting the stops an inch from the pad. If his wrist goes a little bit later because it's more strengthened now, he can apply more back pressure and maybe the stop comes like 6 inches above the pad. Then it will be even more easier for Hermes to bring him back. So that's the only difference I can see from my limited experience about arm wrestling. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. I think Devon can touch his forearm with his fingers. Yeah, all of his fingers. Without touching the hands like this. I used to be able to touch with yeah, I think 3 fingers I can still touch if I really force myself. That fourth one is not even a possibility. I cannot even think. What's going on? People measuring what? Gifted 20 arm wrestling. Wow. That's simply amazing, bro. Silky Wilky gifted 20 arm wrestling news memberships. That's amazing. Maths got a Pavlo 97, Abhishek Tiwari, the arm wrestling opinion. Damn, bro. Wow, Silky. That's one of the most amazing things I've seen, bro. That's really amazing. Jerentila got Adnan, bro. Adnan, you're still, if you missed it today, Adnan has been waiting for a membership gift from Silky for like, or from Defense Foster for Silky is Wilkie Santa Claus. He is, man. He is. Indian Arm Wrestler was gifted a membership. Mario. Now I have a lot of members. I think I can provide some good quality content. I think I decided a separate membership level for live commentary, but I think I can do a live commentary for this level now. Thanks, bro. Thanks. It's just unbelievable. Classic YouTuber Karan got membership. Andy Beckett got a membership. Madness, yeah. NT, Arm Wrestling Opinion, Drunken Eddie, Stratus Matthew, Yarentila. Amazing. All of us are lucky. Everyone who gets gifted, go watch the members video with the lawyers. Yeah, that's a great point. If you go to the members only section, I uploaded a video with discussing with a lawyer, with a lawyer, and he made some good points. I mentioned something about talking with a lawyer on some other channel, and people are saying no, Pradeep is just lying. He's making imaginary conversations with the lawyers. That's not true. That is true. If you go to the memberships page, you can see that conversation there where we discussed Arm Wars. Phil Woody UK, good live, Pradeep. Thanks, brother. In this live, we discussed Pavlo's upcoming matches at Monster Factory. We discussed the results of all East versus West qualifiers. The finals are going to be amazing in Virginia. And does anyone know where the finals of the eastern side are going to be? Thanks for the gift, Stratus Matthew. Yeah, thanks, Elki. Pradeep, brother, could you please tell me where to bet on Devon Leret? Utkarsh Paramar. Is it a shutout stake? Be careful. If it is a shutout stake, you need to be careful because Gennady can pin Devon. And Armbet is the website, or Stake Kings. You can go directly to staking. Silky Wilky, no problem. Istanbul, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. Vitali versus Morozov, left-handed and right-handed. What are your views? Right, I think. Yeah, good match, man. Good match. Left-handed, I'm not sure. Morozov is number 1 in the world, but hooking Vitali on the left arm, it can be really difficult. 10 more memberships. Is it true? Wow. Silky with 10 more memberships gifted. Bro, how many millions of dollars do you have? Like, I would be doing this kind of donation only after I'm a millionaire. Not on one channel, but on multiple channels like that. Robert Gould, Krasi, Hakis, Der Eddie, Adam, J.R. Williams. Pradeep, I went to lunch late and missed the start. Did you discuss Bowen's wife's post? I think we can discuss it separately. Maybe tomorrow morning for me about 11 or 10 hours from now. We'll see. No, not in this video, but yeah, it's good. It's a good topic to discuss. Now I have 2 symbols. Yeah. One a moderator and one for member. Silky, bro. That's just unbelievable stuff. Thanks, brother. Thanks. See you, Phil. Can you quickly tell us, like, how much did you have to pay for these 30 memberships? I think that's a lot. I'm not sure what kind of prize money you were seeing because it is different for different country. Can you please tell us? Thanks, brother. Thanks. That's simply amazing. I'm out of words. Please stop doing that. $150 for 30 memberships. Wow. That's just unbelievable stuff, man. Who is the best Indian heavyweight, Pradeep? Can be Mazahir Saidu. It can be. YouTube chooses who will get the membership. Well, I think you just need to press enable on the membership gift receiving option, and then it automatically gives you. I think I was watching Grand D8's live stream, and Silky, you gave membership gifts there as well. I think I wasn't even watching it. I knew he was live. I once clicked on it, and then I clicked away from YouTube. YouTube was turned off, completely turned off. And few minutes later, I got an email saying that you were gifted a membership. Jerentila saying, bro, $150. That's simply, when I tell these numbers to my family members, like they don't believe, like how can anybody donate that much money? Wow. Silky Generous GB is saying Mazahir versus Suhail, who wins? I think they had a match few years ago and Mazahir won in a war. But these are like close matches. Mazahir should be favorite. Super chats oblique memberships aren't available here. Andrea is saying, okay. In Georgia? That's interesting. Pradeep beats Suhail easy. Guess won't buy a lotto ticket, GB. Adnan is still not here. Adnan has been waiting for a membership gift for I don't know how long. Mazahir qualified for East versus West qualifiers in Dubai. Did he? In Dubai, this one didn't show. Like, when did Dubai have the qualifiers? I think Dubai qualifiers were cancelled, if I'm not wrong. Anyways, we still need to see Pradeep versus Bowen. My money is on is for Deeps. Thank you guys. That topic about Neil versus Bowen we'll discuss in a separate video. Go to Tom's channel or Grip and Rip. Me? Like why? To discuss what? Okay. East versus West qualifiers happened there. I'll just wait for the chat. Till then I'll show you an ad. Enjoy this ad. Okay, Frez, and thanks, brother. You're the one who posted it on Reddit. I saw your comment on during interviewing with Pavlo as well. Thanks, brother. I updated the qualified document if you want to check it out. So thanks, brother. You did a really good job there. I was answering on Bully's question, Pradeep. Okay. So thanks everyone. Thanks for your time. Almost 90 plus people watching for a long time. It is showing me views. Like, just let me show you the screenshot here. Not screenshot, but screen share for this live stream. Category sports, public monetization on, 81 concurrent viewers, only 74 likes. I think you can easily take this number to 100 before we leave. 76 now. 819 rupees super chat. That's the super chat from Robert Gould. And these 30 memberships are worth $150. Wow. That's amazing. 30 new members. I think I have about 60 members now on my channel. That's crazy, man. And about 50 or more than 50 are from membership gifts, I think. That's amazing. 87 concurrent viewers. That's the real time data. 75 chat rate, 618 views already. Average view duration is almost 7.5 minutes. Thanks, man, and thanks, Silky. I was answering okay on Bully's comment. Cheers. 60 members. Wow. Yeah, that's just amazing. I'll do a members only live stream maybe tomorrow. I'll create a poll and there we'll mention some of the timings. Let's see which timing is suitable for most of the viewers there. Some of the guys will not even know. They must have left their phone somewhere, and when they'll come back, they'll see that they're a member now. Robert Gould is a member. Thanks, LK. Thanks, brother. Thanks to all of you. You guys are amazing. I'll see you again soon.